Good morning. This is Pastor White, Bayview Christian School, and I wanted to do a video just to kind of tell you about two important things that we have coming up in the month of March. I'm excited about our school year and what God has done, and all the students that we have in our Christian school this year. And so we've got a busy month of March and April with activities and things like that in May, and then it's going to be the end of the school year. And so it's hard to believe it's almost come to an end. But we've got some things going on in March that we want you to know about. On Tuesday, your children should have brought home papers like this about our Grandparents' Day. This is the second year that we're doing our Grandparents' Day, and just want to take a few moments to explain to you about Grandparents' Day. We have in the packet of papers that was sent home, there is a paper that looks like this that is asking the grandparents to respond, to let us know. And if they could let us know like a week before the Grandparents' Day, which would be March the 1st, if those forms could be in, that would be great. And kind of the layout of how Grandparents' Day is going to work this year. Last year we did it differently. It was our first year of doing it, and we had everybody for breakfast and meet in our fellowship hall. But this year we're going to do it a little different because we have so many more students. We're not able to get all the students and all the grandparents where they can eat breakfast together. And so what we are planning on doing is that grandparents can come at 9:30. At 9:30, from 9:30 to 10:45, they can have breakfast. They'll be served breakfast by our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders of our Christian school. And they can have that breakfast, and then after they're done with breakfast, or maybe before their breakfast, they can go to the classroom of their grandchildren and get to see what the classroom's like for their grandchildren. And so from that time, 9:30 to 10:45 will be the time slot that the grandparents can either eat breakfast or go to the classrooms and see their grandchildren there. Then at 10:45, all the children of all the classes are going to come into our church auditorium. And then they're going to put on a program from 10:45 to about 11:45, and then at 11:45 we're going to dismiss, and then all of our students. It's a half a day of school, so we want all parents to know about that, about the half a day of school on March the 8th, and then the grandparents could take their grandkids out for a meal or lunch or anything like that. And so we're excited about that. But we wanted to give you some information and ask that you get that paperwork into us so that we can plan and prepare for the grandparents that are going to be here. Then the second thing we want to talk about, the big thing coming up in March, is on March the 23rd. And March the 23rd is a special day to me because that's the day my Leah was my second daughter. Leah was born, but it's the day of our auction this year. And so today we met with all the children about the auction, and this is our spring fundraiser. Excuse me. We've had two fundraisers in our school, one in the fall, one in the spring, and this one is really the big one. We need to see a lot of money come in for our Christian school through this one. Over $20,000 came in last year with our fundraiser, and so we're trusting that God will bring in a lot more this year. But they are coming home with papers that look like this, and I just want to explain to you a little bit about the auction. The auction, this first form is a tax-exempt form. You can give to different businesses or individuals that might make a donation because we're looking for donations. So I want to explain that to you in just a few moments. But I just want to show you what the forms are going to look like that they're coming home with. This shows our tax exempt number on there, and the businesses can use that for a tax write-off. The second form goes over the incentives. And with our spring fundraiser, what we do is it consists of two parts. So one of the things that it consists of is a dinner. And so I've got tickets here that we are trying to sell tickets. Okay, so tickets to the dinner is what we're trying to do. And so there's two dinner times. The black ticket is for the dinner that's to be served at 5 p.m. The white ticket is for those to be served at 5:45 p.m. on Saturday the 23rd. So the tickets are $12 for adults. There's $7 for children. And if you have 6 or more in your immediate family, like me, there's 7 of us, that's immediate family, mom, dad, and children, then you can get a family package of $45. So that's what we do with that, and the $45 for the 6 or more in the immediate family. So that's the ticket. So they're trying to sell tickets. They want to sell tickets to grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever, could come and be a part of the dinner. Now, as they sell the tickets, what they have is they have a paper that looks like this. It explains the fundraiser. It shows the ticket part of it, and that's going to be there. But they also have a form that looks like this that they're bringing home. So if I go to, let's say my children go to their grandmother, and they put Kathy White there. Ticket sold Kathy White. She's going to come. The second slot says the time. So she says, I'll be at the 5:45. All right, so she's going to bring 3 others. So I've sold now 4 adult tickets. They're not immediate family, so I can put down 4 adults there. The money amount is $48 is what they would owe. So I want to make sure I collect that money. If there's children, there's a slot here for children. If there is a family pack, there's a slot here for family packs. This thing is mostly for the tickets. Now there's one thing that they can do. Let's say a grandparent's out of town and they can't come to the auction. They can make a donation. And so they could buy maybe 4 tickets. If they bought 4 tickets, $48, say $50, they round it up, and they're not going to come to the meal, then you need to mark off in the donation that it is just a donation. One thing we're doing this year is we have a gluten-free side. So if they need any tickets that are gluten-free, they need to fill out the number of tickets that are gluten-free in case somebody says, I can't come to the meal because I have to have a gluten-free diet. Well, we're providing that for them, so we're taking care of that as well. But we do need to know that. So you have ticket sales is one thing. Every dollar that's sold for tickets, so a ticket's $12, that's 12 points. Now those points add up, and there's different incentives that they get. For instance, if they get 200 points by the February 25th, then they get a lunch from Chick-fil-A. If they get 200 points all together in the next 4 weeks that we're running this thing, then they get those 200 points. Then they get to attend a trampoline park. And then there's class incentives, and all that is there on this form that they're coming home with. The second part of this event is the items that they can get brought in. And so we try to give you a sample of that as well, of some items that you can get. And so you can go to the Olive Garden and maybe ask for a donation, and Olive Garden may give you a $25 gift card. That equals $25 equals 25 points. Maybe you know a place that will do an oil change. Maybe it's a $50 value. They give you a gift card. That equals 50 points. Because what we do is we auction those things off in our silent auction and our live auction. Gift baskets from Vicky Nails, $35 value. That's 35 points. We already have some items that are coming in for us, and like this item here. This is a Frontier Town pass for a family of 4. I don't know the value of it. We'd have to look that up to find out. But Frontier Town, Cowboy Park, I like that place. They've given that gift card a 4 for that. Then I've got another envelope here. Oh, this looks like it's from the Delaware State Fair. And it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tickets for free skating. And so that's for the ice skating up there at the Delaware State Fair. That sounds exciting. My kids would like that. And so these are just some of the items and businesses that you can go to try to ask them for gift cards and tickets and things like that. And we'll take them and auction them off. And usually we've had just a great success with that fundraiser. And last year, like I said, it brought in about $20,000, $20,000 plus dollars for our school. And so we need you to participate, plan on participating in that and helping us out. You can go to construction companies and ask them. One construction company there's some children in our school. Their grandfather and father has a septic business. They have the big dump trucks. What they do is they auction off 7 yards of mulch. So they'll go to the local mulch place, get mulch at their cost, load it up in their dump truck, bring it to your house if it's in with a certain mile of Seaford. And so that always goes for a good price. And just all kinds of ideas like that you can do. And go to businesses and look for those businesses. So here's what we have in the office. We have more copies of those tax exempt forms if you need those. We will give out the tickets for the meal on March 11th. That'll go home with the kids. Once you turn in the forms to us, we'll look at the tickets, make sure the money's there, and then give that out so they can give them to those family members and friends before. Something else we're doing is we have a list of businesses that others have gone to last year. And so we're asking that on this list to show you, for instance, it might say that I went to a certain business, maybe like Laurel Pizzeria here in town, And so Laurel Pizzeria over there, Maria, doesn't get hit with all kinds of people coming from Bayview Christian School. We're asking that if there's a name given to that business, that you let that person that did it last year to follow up with that business to try to get that item from them or a gift card from them, so they're not getting bombarded with 4 or 5 different people going into Laurel Pizzeria from Bayview Christian School, because they don't understand what we're doing here. They just think that we're sending people over there to them, and we want to have a good testimony with the local businesses in our community. And so we have a list. That list, well, actually, we have it in the office right now, and we're going to get that online over the week, hopefully next week. And but there are some businesses that we also have on the list in the office that gave 2 years ago that did not give last year. And if you'd like to look at those items, that's in the office there, that you can look at that. Now, on this whole event, auction dinner, takes place on March the 23rd. March the 22nd, there is no school, and so we have to have a day where we have all of our teachers and staff work at getting everything ready for the auction. And so that'll be on the 22nd that we do that, so no school. We will need your help with some things, and so we'll be sending home some notices about desserts, because the parents bring desserts in. We need help with people cleaning up, with tearing down. We'll need help with people running and getting items. And so if you parents could plan on doing some of that, we'll send some things home and you can volunteer to do that. If you have any questions about the auction, just please feel free to ask the office. We'll help you any way we possibly can, but we wanted to let you know what was going on today when the kids come home to you, and how excited they are about getting involved in selling things and trying to get tickets sold for the dinner and items for the auction. And so let's make it a great event. Let's make it a great success. We'll put it on Facebook. We'll start having things like that on there so you can stay updated with everything that we have going on. And so I just wanted to give you those couple of activities and events that we have coming up. Grandparents' Day, that is on March the 8th, and our auction dinner on March the 23rd. God bless you. We'll talk to you later.